Hi everyone, it's Jenny here from Angel Handmade Papercraft. Today I am working with Whimsy stamps and I'm using a couple of their digital stamps that I've merged together. So I am using Scooter Dog and Sliding Lion. So these images are made to use with the new slider dies. I do not actually have those sliding dies, so I decided to make use of these stamps in a different way. So for those of you who don't have those dies, you can use these images in a different way. So that's what I'm doing. So I did merge them just using Microsoft Word. I don't have any fancy photo editing programs or anything like that. So I just use the basics of what I've got. Sorry about that, I've just knocked over my camera, not paying attention to what I'm doing. All right, so I've printed the images onto some Express-It blending cardstock that is purposely made for Copic markers, and I'm using Copic markers to color. So I will have all of the Copic markers listed on my blog, and I will have all of the links in the description box below the video. So you can check those out there. As you can see here, I've just taken the other lid off my marker. This marker I had just refilled and it was a little bit juicy, so to prevent that big droplet coming onto my image, which those of you that use Copic markers will know them well. They're very fast to ruin a project, and most of the time you're not able to save it because of course it drops just where you don't want it to. But by taking the other lid off, it just releases some of that pressure and it allows you to color without that droplet coming down. So I'm just working my way through the image and using pretty basic colors, not using too many of them. And these are some of my go-to combos. So that's where we're at. So I'm just working my way through. I've done a little doggy, now I'm starting on the lion. Again, just working my way through. I generally lay down the lightest color first and then go back in with my darkest, just depending on what I am actually coloring as to which way I go. Sometimes if it's a very small section, I don't worry about doing the lightest color first, but this one is obviously bigger section, so I'm just working my way through. So I was very, very excited to see these images, and I kind of had in my mind exactly what I wanted to do with them before the girls started talking about them being for the slider dies and that sort of thing. So yeah, I really like them. I'm doing a little bit of gibbering today. I've been busy doing all my blog posts and all that sort of stuff while the kids are at school. So this is a video that I had recorded about a week ago when I was working on all of my design team projects, and I hadn't had a chance to edit it yet. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just grounding these images, just using some of my W markers and then blending it out with my blending pen. Just adding, I was going to just do the W markers and then I decided that they needed some grass to play on. So that's what I'm doing here, just trying to create what would look like a little bit of grass there. And then blending it all out. Adding in some details using my Uniball white gel pen. And that's my image done. So now we're going to add some Ink of Stella to a few of the details and then get going with the card making process. So for my pattern papers today, I am going to be using, what was I using? The American Crafts #Summer paper pad. It's just a 6x6 paper pad, and I'm just using my Tim Holtz guillotine to cut those down just because it was sitting on my desk at the time. I just finished cutting a little sentiment. Normally I cut everything on my Caterpillar Pro. No reason, I switch between what I'm using. I'm using a Mama Elephant Happy Everything die. So I've cut it once with some black cardstock and then I cut it with some orange cardstock to put underneath. So that's what I'm doing here. Just stacking one more on top, and I did leave the orange one in the cutout so that it would make it a little bit easier and it wasn't moving on me. And I'm also using one of the stamps, the sentiments from the set as well, and I'm just using my trimmer to trim that down, weaving it through the die cut and then just adding on some adhesive to get it all stuck down to where I wanted it to be. This was actually quite a quick and simple card today, so that's pretty exciting for me. It's always good to make a card that you absolutely love that didn't take too much time. So that's where we're at today. Adding a few little bits and pieces that were leftovers from other projects. adhering everything down, I decided to add some clouds in here. So this is the My Favorite Things Puffy Clouds die. I will have all of these products listed on my blog as well, so make sure you head over there and use all of those picture links. And that's my card pretty much done. So I'm just adhering it to a Kucha Creations card base. I'll decorate the inside of the card, and that's it, it's done. So I thank you for stopping by. I'd love for you to subscribe and like my video. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.